Hey everybody, this is the Disruptor Jay, wanting to do a video about PayPal for a friend of mine. We were talking about it last night, and just a chance to do this. I'm not going to be on camera today. Had a big night with some friends and feeling a little drawn down, so I'm gonna just save you guys the pain of seeing me look tired. But anyway, let's look at this. So clearly PayPal's had a really rough go here. It's at 100% sell. Strongest short-term outlook for barchart.com, if that's of interest. It's got a lot of people saying it's a strong buy right now. We're seeing some articles down here talking about buying PayPal. And then clearly the big news. It dropped 24% this week. Let's dive into the chart, and I'll tell you what I'm looking at, how I'm seeing this. For me, it's fairly clear. This is the chart for PayPal. I've got this on max just because I was looking at it a little bit earlier. Let's bring it into 2 year. That makes these daily candles, right? We can see clearly, it was going up. It topped right here and started to go down. So the earnings weren't really a big surprise that it drew it down further, considering that it was already in a markdown phase. Let's do this. Let's jump into weekly. I think this will be a little clearer. So the first thing I want to do anytime I'm talking about a stock, I'd want to figure out where my buy or my sell thing, right? We want to have a line. Basically, we want to draw a line on the chart that says this is where I cut my losses or where I get in. And so right here, I'm looking at these two peaks right there. This is March 2020. So basically this is the COVID crash right there. So you'll notice that we've already gotten down to the highs of the pre-COVID crash. So that's concerning to me. That lets me know that, okay, we really need to have a strong opinion as to, do we cut losses if we go below this? Do we load up if we bounce right here? So I think that would be something I'd be looking at. This price level just makes a lot of sense. Another way I could do it is if I go to my maximum. So these are now monthly candles. Each candle is a month. And let's just draw some fib retracements here just to see what we get. So we go up here, and oh man, my chart's too big. Let's fix that. Just make this a little smaller so everything can fit. There we go. All right, we'll try that again. So these are just Fibonacci numbers, pretty common. A lot of times we use that to kind of figure out levels that make sense to us. So there we go, right there, right? So sure enough, the line I drew really balances well with this fib value right here. These are some things I'd be looking at, and really I want to see where fib lines match up with support. This one makes a lot of sense right here, right? That's going to be, what is that, your 60? It's got to be the 60, right? Let's see. Yeah, 61.8, right? So that would be something I would have my eye on. Make sure I'm right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So this is one. What is that? That's at 73.60. Obviously, we don't want to see this thing get down to 73.60, but that would be kind of a real base I think you could expect. Obviously this level right here, we're at 127. That's something that makes a lot of sense to me, as either it bounces here or it goes further. But I think this line is where I would be watching right here. I can't imagine anyone wants to see further losses on this. So I think that if it went further down, that'd be a real concern. And so there's some basic lessons here. Don't buy things in a downtrend. It's just hard. It's really, really hard to make anything work in a downtrend. Now, I'll add a couple of other things here. We'll get rid of those lines there. I'll keep that line. I think that line's really actionable. If you're a moving averages kind of person, we really want to see the 200. So we'll just add that here, moving averages. I'm going to put that, I'll add the 50. That's good. Okay, so yeah, clearly below the 50. And I keep clicking the wrong thing here. We're going to go back here to moving averages. We'll add the 200. Okay, and basically this is just telling you the, the average price where it would be considering the last 200 sessions. Now these are monthly, so we'll probably need to go to a different time frame because yeah, see, you can't even get that here. So we'll, instead of monthly, let's go to weekly. It'll kick me down to a year. We'll do 2 years weekly. There we go. And so there you go. Yeah, you are now below the 200-day moving average. You know, really nothing good happens below a 200-day moving average. I think this would have been the signal. This would have been the right spot to just give up on this. It made a lot of sense. You've got some support over here at this line, so that would have made sense. But anyway, you know, we've got to make do with what we got. So yeah, I mean, the question here is, do you exit now, or do you try to get a bounce? You know, you got a 1.43% gain yesterday. Let's look at this. This is relative strength, so this is compared to SPY, and we'll do something really short, basically just the 1 day, and you can see it's really just, it's performing pretty much the same as SPY. It's not doing anything really great. 5 days, you know, really bottomed out there. It's kind of flattening out. That might be a good thing. You know, let's look at MACD. That's always a good study to look at. And MACD, a lot of people like this one. Pretty standard settings here. And, you know, you're really kind of wanting to get a buy signal. That's what you're really looking for. And so clearly not a buy signal here. Basically, you want to see when the green curves up above the red. That would be a buy signal, but we're obviously in a downward trend here, right? Just moving down like this. You know, it did come up. It seemed to show some strength, some possibility, but then it just got plummeted with those earnings. So I think if this were me, if I were holding this at this level, I would have this amount in mind, basically 122, right? And I'd say that if it closed a session below that, I would take that as a good time to consider my exit. Looks like that line might probably be done a little better. Yeah, I think I can't do a daily on. Oh, I can't do the daily on that. So yeah, so I'm touching this one right here, not that one. I mean, you could raise it up here if you wanted, and then put you at 124. But you can see the wick right there below it. See the candle, like you've got your candle body, and then this little part, like it went lower, but then pushed back up. So that would be another thing I'd keep in mind right there. I personally just kind of like this level right here. Makes more sense to me, but that's just me. Anyway, I guess if it were me, I would, if I was holding this, I guess I would have to say that I would be above, you know, what we call this 120 now that we've moved it. Basically I think 120 makes a lot of sense. I'd be long above 120. I'd be out below 120. Clearly, you know, there were a lot of reasons to get out earlier, but that's that. That's kind of what I would be looking at. I will make an image of this real fast. Let's go ahead and do that now, since it's kind of an informal video. Just kind of do that. And so all I'm going to do here is just get rid of these guys. Get rid of this. So it's just purely price. And I'm going to do a snip. And we'll go here. Okay, and we decided that that's going to be 120 is what we'll consider that value. And we will do this in green. Make this a little smaller. Bold. And we'll do another one. Below 120, color this red. weird brown. That over here. And again, remember, we're talking about at the close of a session. We're not talking about intraday. Intraday, it could go down and then come back up. But I think these are the levels I'd be looking at. And we'll just snip this out for the benefit of the chart. And there we go. That's basically what I'd be looking at. Hold above 120, out below 120. And I'll should have added the name PayPal. Usually my videos are a little bit more entertaining than this one. I'm just not really feeling very good today, so my apologies. Okay, we'll go in here, copy this. Not that one. There we go. Copy PayPal. Put that on here. Do this in black. There we go. There you go. That'll be the thumbnail for this video. All right, guys. Hey, I hope this was helpful. Cheers, y'all.